Wait a minute. You have to destroy stuff in this. You have to literally rip things apart in this game?
It'll be okay, Anthony.
No, forget it. Can't do it. Done. Not playing this ever. Hello again, Misfits. It's time for another Under the Lid, and this time we're taking a look at Risk Shadow Forces. Now, this was a game I got at Gen Con I'm kind of, not really even on a lark. I'll be honest, I haven't played the prior Risk Legacy game, and I saw this pop up. I didn't really pay attention to it, but apparently it was pre-ordered on Hasbro Pulse and everything, and I guess it didn't even ship out yet, or people haven't gotten their copies yet. And at Gen Con, they had these available where basically you paid, it was like 38 bucks, and you can go in and they teach you how to play, but really you're just buying a copy. I literally walked up and like, do you want to learn to play or want to take the copy? I was like, I'll just take the copy home. I don't got time. I'm too busy interviewing the whole time. So anyway, we have a copy of Risk Shadow Forces, and unlike probably a lot of the other guys, mine is unopened. So I figured, why not? It's not even out yet. We'll go ahead and unbox this. Now, for those that don't know Risk, well, I'm not sure I can help you that much. I mean, pretty much everybody knows Risk. I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you play board games of any type, this falls in the same category of like Clue and Monopoly. But a while ago, and it was one of the first Legacy games, I believe. Somebody comment below and double check me on that, but I'm pretty positive it was one of the first Legacy games. Somebody came out with a Risk Legacy game where you literally change the game as you go along. You play a whole round, you rip up cards, you change the landscape, and it carries over from one generation to the next. And that was really like amazing back then because, again, it was the first Legacy game. So Avalon Hill has kind of reformed under the Hasbro brand, but they're still Avalon Hill, and they put out a new Risk game. And this is unlike your prior Risk games, and I'm not going to go into that too heavy because it's unboxing, but I'm dying to play this game. And it's been sitting in my hot little hand since Gen Con. Now, this is the rule book for the game. It has warlords in this. It's called Shadow Forces, and unlike the other Risks, you actually have a main character that you use to go around and do your thing, and you build up the character. Part of the legacy is building up your character, who's like a warlord, so he brings forces around with him. So it's a little like what you'd call a dudes on a map game, along with part of a Risk game. It sounded really awesome. This book, by the way, is really nice. And I was intent on trying it out very, very soon because I love dudes on a map games, and you combine that with Risk, and it's like, perfect. I mean, surprised nobody thought of it before if they haven't. Now I'm not gonna break this apart because obviously it's a legacy game. I can't really do that. But we'll probably have to unpunch stuff, obviously, so we'll take out what we can here. These are the stickers. These are the upgrades, obviously, for your cards and for various things on the board. I know you upgrade your cards for your warlord, and each warlord has their own. It's like an asymmetric fighting game. Oh God, I broke the legacy components already.
Oh no.
I broke it. So you have your own components that you actually literally write on. See, so you keep track of your games and if you win and things like that. And you have your starting placements and things like that. But yeah, everything is permanent in this game. So you will tear apart cards, apparently, like the prior Risk Legacy game, which, as Misfit Tom will tell you, I'm not a big fan of, even to this day.
I had to hold his hand, folks.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, I'll put it in baggies, I'll shove it to the side in a box. I don't care. I can't. It's like throwing out books. I can't do it. I don't care how bad of a Penguin publisher book it is. Sorry, Penguin. Romance novel, Harlequin, whatever. I don't care. I cannot bring myself to throw it out. It's just a thing. I'm addicted to paper. What can I say? Poor trees. This is the board. Now, the board is nice and huge, man. That is a nice sized board, right?
That's not your normal Risk set.
No, that is not your normal Risk set. So you have different areas, of course, and it looks like your warlord goes around to these spaces and brings along forces with him as you try to take over areas. You gonna play this with me, buddy? We're gonna have a good time with this?
Sure.
I think Misfit Dawn was super interested in this too.
Yeah.
We might have to get her involved. So it'll be like, a couple's
She
brawl.
loves legacy games.
She does love.
Clank,
Oh yes.
Clank is huge in this house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that is true. We have cards. Looks like these cards. So were smart and they did label stuff do not open. So obviously I'm not going to open these, but there's like several baggies. There's even a taped off area I can't even get into, but we'll show you a picture later. But there's literally a sealed off area of the board I can't even get into. So we'll go for these cards first that are obviously going to be opened, otherwise you can't play it. So you have warlord upgrades here. Looks like you have your, and I know there's a bit of a deck building mechanic too. You play these cards, and look, there's areas, obviously you add stickers to upgrade your cards. Probably like Pandemic, where the cards have different areas that you can only specifically upgrade. That's usually how legacy games work. You can't just stamp them on wherever the heck you want. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool though. Just slap them on everything. That's what she said.
No, we won't allow that one.
Yeah, that was bad. That was pretty bad, guys. So, my favorite Risk moment as a kid, because I played a lot of Risk games in my time, was literally getting locked into Australia. That was my favorite moment, you know, when you just have Australia left and that's literally all you have. I would play against my Uncle Mike, and he was notorious for playing that game and just rolling gangbusters because it was all rolling back then. And I got so hard locked into Australia. Thing was, I was still having armies and sets I was trading in because I had fought for a while. So I dumped like 500 troops into that little continent of Australia. It took like hours to break me out of it. I'm a little worried. Should I open these? I think I should open these.
I don't know. I mean, they are.
I think you. I think these you open.
Show them all the.
No, I think you open these because these are your armies. Like you can't literally play without your armies. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty positive you have to open these. It doesn't say do not open either.
Okay.
We're gonna go for it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure these are. Yeah, these are your minis, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. You cannot play the game without minis.
I get you.
So these are minis. Now, unlike your usual Risk components, you have a little more low scale on some things. Now, the minis are different from everybody. I do remember seeing that. So, like, this is more of a, looks like a guerrilla kind of tactics person. Look, they got, like, these ugly, these VW buses going on here. So these are, instead
like
of...
the ones from Stripes.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, kind of. It's like your super bus or whatever, trolling around. And then you have your base faction here, but it looks like more of a low-tech kind of a faction. Here's your other faction, your red faction, we'll just call it for now. And yeah, look, different pieces. So you have like a high-tech looking prison thing. You got, oh, look, you got like Kettenrads. You got like old German motorcycles as your vehicles. But this is a far cry, obviously, from your usual, you know, Risk game where you either have numerics and even later on you have actual like, you know, tanks and vehicles and stuff like that. Like these are very, very low tech Risk. It is not your global scale domination. You want to see some more?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Since you're bold that we can open all these.
I'm 100% positive we have to open these. Yeah, look at these guys. So they got like a weird like plane-based thing going on. I think that's where Captain America got frozen. And you have cars with guns on top, dude. Cars with guns on top.
Awesome.
These look like the shadowy kind of cyberpunky looking dudes. Maybe Mad Maxy because they have cars with guns on top. So I don't know. So they're all. These minis are all. What a lovely day. These minis are all really nice. I dig them. And I like the fact that they differentiate between the factions instead of just reprinting the same one over and over again. They actually differentiate it by giving them a completely unique minis. You know, a lot of games you'll see kind of cheap it out a little bit sometimes. Not a lot of games, but some games. And they'll put the same minis out, give them different colors. But they actually, no, have unique minis. I will say, I don't know how, oh, this has got dice grease on it. That's gross. Like one of these dice has like grease on it. But anyway, these are the dice. I'm not a big fan of these dice, I will say, although I will commend them for sticking to the classic dice of Risk. That is in every set of Risk. I mean, they improved everything else. You'd think they'd give some kind of cool marbly looking die. But I mean, dice are dice, right? I can swap them out with any 6-siders I have. These are your this is a classic. Now, this is almost like your Easter egg of Risk. So yeah, all your Risk games had like the red dice. And they were black dice, right? The other ones were black?
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, a lot of them were red because the attackers used... No, it was white. I thought it was white for defense. But you would use like red for the attacker dice and white for the defender, and that's how to differentiate it. So nothing too special about these dice, but dice are dice, right? You know what I mean? Last but not least, we'll end on a high note here because this game is looking awesome. We have our minis. And these are your respective leaders, and they did not... go light on these guys. These guys are impressive looking. The details are nice on these guys. I like these. This guy's got Ghost in the Shell-esque, like submachine gun with the cloak going on there. Guys remember Ghost in the Shell? You see Ghost in the Shell? I'm not talking about the live action movie. This guy looks like Destro. He literally looks like Destro with like 2 big guns. This guy looks like classic military, you know, Rainbow Six looking kind of guy. They kind of took from every little, you know, niche, every little, what's the word I'm looking for? Stereotype? Is that a good word for? Yeah, stereotype. And they really kind of covered them. I like them. Those are really nice. But they are really well molded. They're nice minis. Let's see. Oh, there are more baggies. Oh my God, there are, oh, there's 5 players? Bro, it's 5 players.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Got
Should
5
we
warlords.
take a look at these too? Should we go for gold?
Why not?
All right, forget it. You know what? We're gonna make this a little bit longer. We're gonna take a look because now I'm really
You
curious.
didn't open the other bag either.
No, I didn't.
You've only opened 4 of the
3.
5.
I've only opened 3.
3 of the 5.
So these guys have little trucks, little Godzilla-esque imp trucks with a cool looking throne base and dudes who look like they're holding themselves. I don't know, kind of weird looking dudes, but it looks really cool. And then the last one will be the yellow army. Ugh. It's like I don't want to destroy the bags, but I know I have to open these at some point.
Do they have baggies in there to put them back in?
No, they don't.
We'll have to get some more blocks.
And these guys, look, classic military guys. You got your Humvees with guns on them. You have your, looks like a nuclear-based missile silo, and then these are classic. These are probably this dude's guys or whatever. They look like typical military troops. It's funny, though, if you notice. Oh, wait, no, because I didn't take them all out. Never mind. I was going to say there's less of these guys, but that's because I didn't take them all out. It's genius right there, guys. Genius. So that is all that I can open, looks like, in the box. I don't see any baggies or anything else, so that looks like all that comes with.
Show them all the cool things that you can't open, though.
I mean, it's basically these baggies here, but there's a sealed off area that you literally can't open. So you have C, D, B. Where is A? There's no A. Oh, you know, C, D, E.
Maybe A is the base.
Maybe B. Maybe A is underneath. I don't know. But yeah, there's no opening. Is there okay, we have a instruction booklet. Okay, so we're safe. We have our instruction booklet. We double check. But yeah, so that is all that's in the box, guys. I'm as curious as you are as to how this plays. What do you want to say? Want to play this weekend? You want to try it out?
Sure.
We'll give this game a shot. It looks super awesome. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I know people were eagerly waiting to get their hands on this. But if you went to Gen Con, surprise, you got a copy early. So we hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. We'll definitely be putting this through its paces and getting a video out soon, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget again to like, subscribe, and well, game on, especially if it's Risk.